Alright, so we're back. Nothing much to say, but yeah, we're gonna do with a huge reception from the previous video. I'm gonna do another one. So this is just gonna be for the basics for all the different SYGAC aircraft that have GUIs within them, which there are only another two other than the A40. So yeah, that being the Piper PA-28 and the Cessna 172. So mine can do with the German uniform. So obviously standard thing is remove the chocks. Great, he's removed the chocks and tags for me. What a nice man. That's it, thanks. Then he's gonna be hopping in for the ride, I guess. This is the engine. Essentially, if you've seen 760FE's thing on how to do, on how to, sort of, fly the aircraft. There needs to be a engine in the middle of the plane. So this is that engine. So obviously, we're gonna start first. Is there's no master avionics anything, so we're gonna start with the engine. Then you would basically turn on your tail light. Wait, no, nav light and your taxi light, which would be just the landing light. I don't know what's. Oh my, yep. So sometimes there's this SkyTech planekit glitch whereby, okay, then let's join. Whereby the aircraft actually just it's on the tail now. Just moves to one side, 90 degrees, roughly. And then it just from there. And it just turns like that. When you start moving for the first time, occasionally there's that systemic glitch, but yeah, then the flaps we can set it to 10. It goes up to 40, so 10 would be something like takeoff, 25 and 40 for landing. So yeah. Let's go ahead and take off. But not before I give you the statistics while we are rolling. So the Piper 28 stalls at about 65 knots, which is about 31% throttle. Max speed is 210, so slightly 10 starts per second higher. Right, so the landing speed will obviously be about 66 to 68, which would be roughly 32 to 34, if I'm correct. Within that throttle percentage area will be perfect for landing. But now we're taking off with a beacon and strobe. Forgot to turn those on. And obviously, if you wonder what's parking brake, it's just a freeze. You can see that now we're at 31. We can take off. There's no gear because all these are static gear aircraft, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna do a bit of a circling. This is one of the few hangars. We got flaps 25. You can pull in a above 45 degree turn, which is not acceptable in general aviational terms, but yeah, because we want to save on time. So yeah. And then we cut throttle just on our landing. I know I had a wing strike, it's fine. And I forgot to put flaps 40, it's fine. Turn off nav, beacons. No, turn on nav. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is now just taxi this into the off area as I go and spawn in the Singapore Flying College Cessna 172, which actually is yeah. So if you do not know by now, Singapore Flying College is essentially the ab initio school for the Singapore Airlines, where they train pilots. So they will train them using first of all their Cessna 172s for basic air grading, which is getting to learn how to fly a plane. Then they will learn how to fly jets using Learjet 23s. Using Learjet 23s, and then from there, after that, they can complete that's basically the training, and then they go on to do training for the actual aircraft. So yeah. And by the way, for info, SFC is based in Perth, but because we wanted something Singaporean and more diverse, well, we're gonna spawn it in. So yeah. Alright, so there you go. The Cessna 172 of Singapore Flying College. She looks a bit more chonky than usual, but it should be fine. Oh yeah, by the way, for your info, the registration for this particular Piper Warrior 2 is Niner Vector Bravo Oscar India, which also known as Navy Boy. Yeah, this one here is again, it's based in Perth, Australia, so it's Victor Hotel, and then it follows by Tango Golf Zulu. Right, and it says Singapore Flying College. It's basically, like I said, Singapore Airlines Training Center. So it's got this Singapore Airlines gold, yellow, blue livery. It's got a similar tail to a Singapore Airlines one, just that, you know, there's a Singapore Flying College logo in place of the regular, you know, Singapore Airlines logo. So I'm gonna do is remove the tags. There's no chocks here. There's only 2 tags, and then we can hop in. Yep, engines just here. So we're gonna start our engines. We've got flaps all the way until 30. Silent flaps for this one. Taxi / landing light. Our GUI devs went a bit lazy on this one, but it's fine. This one's the same as the DA40. Stall speed at 30. It's also at the speed which you can take off, which is about 30%. So recommended taking off at 31. Yeah, and then you've also got nav light, beacon light, and strobe light. I'm gonna put off the beacon light for now. Also not on the runway yet. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we should do that because we are on the runway. And then yeah, so it's top speed is also of 200 starts per second, and then let's take off with flaps 10. Oh yeah, it doesn't say, like, you just press, it just goes. And so optimal landing speed will also be about 62 to 64, 61, 64, which is about 36 to 64. Correction, 62 to 64 at about 33 to 32 to 34 for a percentage, and then yeah, we've gone up in the air. I mean, yes, we're supposed to file a flight plan, but you know, for the sake of time, you know. We do have military aircraft in this game, if you guys are wondering. It's just that we are doing it under a separate branch of the whole thing, so it's a separate Discord server, etc, etc. And for that one, I think that definitely I will do a video on that. You know, maybe I'll just, you know, but I'll be using a different airport. We'll be using Paya Lebar Air Base, all the way southeast of Seletar. So yeah, that'll be interesting, you know. Yeah, but mostly just the base. There's not much GUI to it really. I think there's just only 2 GUIs that are within there, which I can go through. Other than that, maybe I'll just do some free flight with some of these aircraft, complete a circuit loop in each of them, and then showcase what it can do, you know, etc, etc. Both the military and general aviation. But yeah, this is the Cessna 172 of Singapore Flying College, Victor Hotel Tango Golf Zulu. Right now we're gonna backtrack on the other side, which I don't know because there's no signage. But yeah, oh, 1737 minutes. Wow. 737. Yeah, but I think that's it for today. I think that, you know, it's a wonderful time, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
You cut out a piece of me, and now I bleed internally, left here without you, without you. I got my peaches out in Georgia, that shit. I get my weed from California, that's that shit.